Welcome and to today's Sabassembler, guys. This is not just any show, but for me this is a really special show today because today, as you know, we have the awesome Queen Studios Hulk on Throne. And for me, I'm telling you guys, this is one of my most anticipated statues for a very long time. And guys, I've been waiting for the statue for so long and finally it's here. I just got it in today and I just couldn't wait to unbox it and share this unboxing with you. I know it's been a while since my last unboxing. In the meantime, I've been doing a lot of discussions, and I hope, and thanks again for all of your support, my fellow Sabassemblers and fellow collectors. If you're new to my channel, please don't forget to hit the like button and definitely don't forget to subscribe. And just as I said, it's been a while since the last unboxing, and for me, as I said, this is a really special unboxing. I'm so excited. I'm sure you could probably hear that from my voice. And as I said, this is a beast of a statue. This Queen Studios Hulk comes in, I just got it in today, as I said. Just one more thing about that. I mean, I knew it was going to come today, but I just had to leave the house once, and just maybe 2 minutes after I left the house, I just got a phone call in the car saying from the parcel service saying that the guy was gonna be here in maybe 10-15 minutes, and I just had to come back and drive back home. And so, but I was really happy that I was home when they shipped it, because this thing comes in one huge box. I'll give you a picture of that, and in that box you have these two gigantic boxes here. You have a smaller box here, which is not so heavy, but I'm telling you, this huge box here makes up most of the weight. Together, the whole box weighed 65 kilograms. And I needed a second person to help me move this thing up here, and it was quite some job, guys. And if you guys are planning to get the statue, I'm telling you already now, you probably need someone else to help you, and I would probably too. But let's do less of the talking and get down to business and unbox this bad boy. So let's get started. I suggest we get started with this smaller box here, and which has all the accessories for this beast here. And it comes in these cardboard boxes, and I can tell you guys, I mean, getting these boxes out of that box was, quite some work. They come in these, they are so wrapped up in all this kind of paper or this plastic foil, and there's so much I've never seen so much Scotch tape being used for any statue. And I can say the packaging was done pretty well from what I can see up to now. And let's just get this cardboard box out first. And that went relatively easily, I guess. Nicely, just similar to XM Studios. You have this nice, you have these straps here to unbox them, and let's just see what it has for us. And one more thing I forgot to say, this statue comes with this nice certificate of authenticity, and maybe I'll come back to that later on, but let's just do the unboxing of the individual pieces first. Wow, guys, this is no joke, guys. I'll just give you some close-ups, man, of this statue, guys. These pieces are just huge, guys. I can't believe, how huge the head sculpts are. Just to give you an idea, this is one of the head sculpts, and that's my whole hand. And some of these mazes, as I said, I'll come back to that later, and let's just do the unboxing.
ያቺ ገራገር ሰው ያቺ ገራገር ባለች እንገናኝ እንዘያየር ባለች እንገናኝ እንዘያየር ዓለም ዘመናዊ ዓለም ዘመናዊ ዓለም ዘመናዊ ዓለም ዘመናዊ.
Guys, now we're coming closer to the real thing. This is the big box, guys. This thing, it weighs, I don't know, just too much like for me to carry, or for any normal person to carry, and it's just so big. I mean, I'll give you an idea how big this thing is. Like, I'm standing here, and from the side, from the top view, I mean, I can hardly like bend over it, and it's just gigantic. And now, as I said, we're coming to the real thing, and here's where we find the real Hulk on throne and some more of the accessories, I hope. So let's just continue with the unboxing here.
ዓለም ዘመናዊ ያለች ባይኔ ላይ ድምፄን በማሲንቆ በክራሩ መስየ ድምፄን በማሲንቆ በክራሩ መስየ እስኪ ላዜምላት ልበላት ማርየ በባቲባ አምባሰል ደሞ በትዝታ በባቲባ አምባሰል ደሞ በትዝታ ባንቺ ወየ እልላት ባለችበት ቦታ በሀገሯ አዜማ በሀገሯ ቅኝት በሀገሯ አዜማ በሀገሯ ቅኝት ያላዜመ የለም ያልዘፈንላት ዓለም ዘመናዊ ዓለም ዘመናዊ ዓለም ዘመናዊ ዓለም ዘመናዊ ዓለም ዘመናዊ ያለች ባይኔ ላይ
Oh, guys, we've unboxed all the first layer pieces. They're all behind me, and luckily nothing's damaged till now. But guys, this thing is just ginormous. I was expecting a huge statue, but guys, it's different when you see it in person. I've seen some videos from other collectors on YouTube, but it doesn't come out. I mean, you don't get the same feel as it does in reality. And it probably won't come out on this video either. I can just give you like an idea. I mean, this is my hand, and this is the torso. I mean, where the heads are gonna fit in. The hands are like pretty much as big as mine, and I don't know like how I'm gonna get this thing out. I mean, this is my biggest turntable, and at the moment I'm having concerns that this will be big enough for this statue. Probably won't, but we'll just have to try. So I'll try to get this thing out by myself. Whoa, guys, I think I better not. Unless you guys are, I mean, it's probably not impossible, but unless you guys are willing to risk some severe back pain issues, you better ask for help. So I'll do the same thing, ask for someone to help me to get this thing out, and I'll get back to you then. Welcome back. Oh, guys, you can see that I managed to get this thing out of the box, guys, and oh, guys, I just can't believe it, man. This thing is just gigantic. I mean, as I said, guys, they do say you need 2 people for this statue, and I can tell you do need 2 people to get this guy out of the box. And as I said before, I showed you that the turntable, and this thing goes way over the turntable, but I can tell you the Hulk and the base, the throne just come in one whole big solid piece, and the way I feel it, the whole base is really solid, very nicely sculpted, and I think the question is just whether my turntable will survive, but it seems like we can keep it on the turntable, guys, so we're lucky there. So I can just give you all those 360s all the way around, and I just almost can't believe it myself. This guy is finally here, and he's just enormous, man. I hope you can. I mean, I'm just standing right beside him, and so I think you guys can get a feel for how big this guy is really going to be. And wow, guys, I'm still so breathless. And this statue also comes, as I showed before, with this small certificate of what they call it, Queen Studios Collectibles Marvel Green Hulk Skull 44 quarter scale World War Hulk. And this document certifies that this quarter scale Marvel Comics Green Scar Hulk statue is an authentic limited edition collectible created by Queen Studios. And there's all more written there, and comes with all these hologram seals, Marvel Comics. And I wish other companies would actually, I mean, make more of these kind of certificates for their statues. I mean, it's laminated, really nicely solid, and looks really relatively like some kind of high quality. And I mean, Queen Studios is a relatively new company, but they've really started up, and they seem to be really doing well. And as I said, like XM Studios or maybe Sideshow guys, you can, I mean, maybe copy or take a hint from Queen Studios and also bring out these kind of certificates. So we mentioned that, so let's get down to real business. So what I do have to say though is, as some of you may already have heard, Queen Studios does not give you any hard copy of the assembly guide, but they do. I checked online on their website. There is a digital version of the assembly guide. These papers you also find on Prime 1 Studio Statues. There's a digital version you can check out. I'll give you a link for that if you need it. And we'll just have to, well, I just have to adjust to these guides and follow what they say there. So I'll have my phone right here. And so I believe the first part would be somewhere here at the back. We'll have to add this huge piece of back piece of the throne, and we have one huge key here that should fit in right in the back here, and it fits in with no issues. And this piece just got quite a little bit larger. And oh, next part I believe should be one of these other smaller parts on the back, also on the back of the statue. Like this one should go from your view now on the right side. It comes with one peg and one key, and I guess we should be able to fit it in. Maybe I should get up and look down into it. And seems like it does fit in. You have these kind of rebar pieces all looking out. Beautiful look. And next would be the third part of the base. I mean, not the base, sorry, the base and the throne in this case. Also, again, we have one peg and one key. And this just fit in here on the left side. Looking really nice up to now. So next, I believe, should be, we have some of these, let me just, so you can see me again. We have these three small rebar pieces, and they just should fit in kind of all over the plate, like one on the left side here, and I believe that should be possible. I believe the smaller one, like the smallest one of the three, and there's this hole on the sides, and just to figure out which way around they go in. They do not have a, should I say, or maybe I was wrong. Maybe it's actually this middle one here. It's a little, they're not color coded, so it makes it a little difficult to tell whether this is the right one or the wrong one. Maybe then we have three more, like two more on the other side here, on this side of the face. I believe the largest one goes in right here at the bottom. I mean, at least that's the way it looks like on the pictures, but that's one problem. Maybe like they don't show there's no color coding, unfortunately, for this statue. And the keys also don't have a certain shape, so it's difficult to tell whether you're wrong or right. Or I believe maybe the larger one actually goes in on the top, just telling from the shape of the holes. Or maybe I was even wrong, like I said, like probably the smaller one should go in here. It's a little hard to tell, but it looks, because it seems like they all fit like in almost everywhere, but yeah, now we have them all in. So the largest one on the top, the medium one here on the below the larger one, and the smaller one right here. So oh guys, oh, I can't believe it. And so let's start. The next part would be, we have this gladiator, the Mohawk helmet that I believe should fit in right here on the top. It has a magnet and it just looks insane, guys. Not sure which way around it's correctly, but yeah, actually I think maybe it should be the other way around. Yeah. So I mean, that looks just insane, looks beautiful. So I believe now we've done these parts, so sorry about that, because there's no real assembly video from Queen Studios. It might be a little difficult, but so let's just get down. So I believe like the first thing is like this gigantic axe here. I mean, come on guys, look at this. This could, in emergency, you could really use this as a real weapon. This whole thing is solid. There's no like hollow parts here. And like you could really just like, I mean, I'll just slice off like your dog's head of this or something else, or even someone's hands. I mean, these edges are like no joke. They're some serious business. They are kind of sharp. So I believe this thing goes in like upside down here on the left side or right side from your view, and it fits in like nicely. Oh wow, I'm surprised. Thought that would be more difficult. So next I believe should be this smaller metal axe here that should fit in. There's one hole right here. Something I realized is like Queen Studios here, like inside their holes, like where you fit these things in, they added these velvet pieces here. I mean, this velvet like cushioning, and so not to damage like the base or any other parts of the statue. And I think this is a really good idea. I mean, companies like XM, Prime One, Sideshow, etc. I mean, they can also, I mean, take a hint from Queen Studios here and add these things, this kind of thing to their statues. This is a great idea. So here we have now this smaller axe. I said this goes right next to his left foot. Should go at least, and should try to fit it in somehow, or not. Let's see. It should, in theory at least. Do I have the right axe? I think so. There's another one. I think it fits in, and here we have the next part. Looks in nicely. It didn't fit in so nicely, I'll be honest. I don't know if that's supposed to be that way or not, but it did go in at least. So So next I believe should be this kind of small spear part, and that should fit in like just in front of the previous part and just upwards down and fits in with a magnet. Beautiful, that went in easily. Wow, surprising. And surprised about that. That was easy, or I just try the axe the other way around. Okay, so next I believe should be, whoa, whew, I'm just really, still really excited, guys. And next I believe should be this other axe we have here, like this, it was slightly larger or smaller axe, one in the middle, and that should go upside down too, right here in the front. I mean, the spike here in the front, there's a hole for here, and the cut-off part of the blade should go in there, and I hope that fits in. And you do need to push it a little bit for it to go in, I'll be honest. It doesn't seem like it's a magnet, it seems like the cushioning kind of helps it to stay in place. But it seems to work, and it stays there solidly. So next part I believe should be that this broken off shield. It's actually not mentioned in the assembly guide, but I guess it's kind of common sense, like the way it should work out. I mean, you just have to kind of stick it in right here, I believe, and like that went in pretty easily. So, but this seems to work with the magnet. This dude is no joke. So next should be this smaller tiny axe here, and whoa, goodbye and hello again. Okay, and yeah, so like, yeah, this, oh man, I'm just like going around in circles, guys. And there's these two parts here on the side, and this should fit in right here, and I just think it has, this part has a magnet too inside the blade, and it keeps it there where it is. I mean, you have all this wonderful cushioning here, and then you have this tiny small spear kind of blade that should fit in somewhere. Ah, yeah, right here, hidden just beneath the base, like under this piece of cloth or cape. This is hidden here with, and should go in with the blade looking forwards, and should fit it in. And again, this needs a little of pressure, like to fit it in. And I believe we've come to the last part of the base, and that's this insanely huge mace, guys. This thing is a serious weapon. This is a solid piece, guys. This is solid. This is not hollow inside it or anything. This thing is fully sculpted, guys. And honestly, if you get this, like, I don't know, you hit anyone with this on your head, I mean, that guy is, I mean, it's 100% dead. I mean, trust me, this will really kill someone. And and let's get back again to the other side. Oh, I'm still worried, man. About my turntable is that you can still take it, and you have this huge part here, and just have to turn on the phone again, and this insane piece like should fit in somewhat right here. And the question is just, which I've seen a lot of people like struggling to fit this guy in the right way, and I'll just try to make an idea of how this is gonna go in. And as I said, like several people have been struggling with this part, and I hope I don't have to be one of them, and we'll just have to see. So which spike goes in first? I do see from the pictures that the grip handle has to kind of lean a little bit backwards. So seems like I'm also one of those guys struggling with this part, but okay, we've managed. Oh, I can give you a hint, guys. I can give you a hint, guys. The thing that sticks in is the one, actually the clean one, like almost at the bottom. Like there's this, you have these two bloody kind of spikes here, and the one in between at the bottom is the one that goes into the hole in the center. And once you have that one inside, it's just pretty easy, and you just fit it inside there. And guys, I believe we're done with the base, and I can hear, like, I don't know if you can hear it, but I can hear my turntable just like squeaking, like, and we have the portrait here with the without the helmet, and the one with the kind of closed mouth is the regular portrait. That's what you get if you order the regular version. And as the final part, we'll just stick in the portrait and it fits in. And guys, here we have the Hulk on Throne by Queen Studios, or Gladiator Hulk on Throne, guys. And oh guys, I still can't believe it, man. This thing is insane. It is insane, guys. It's breathtaking. Unless you see this guy in person, you're not gonna believe it. And okay, okay, now we can take a look at these portraits here. As I said, like, this is the premium version, and that's like XM. Well, it's not XM. What's it? Queen Studios version of exclusive, and you get these separate bases for the portraits to display them. And guys, these, I mean, I've had several Hulks in the past, and I mean, the size of these portraits is insane, guys. I mean, they're just, I mean, this is my hand and here, and this is a quarter scale statue, but still, I mean, I don't think any of the other Hulks comes close to this. These portraits, I mean, I think this thing is definitely bigger than quarter scale. I mean, this is just beautiful. It's not a bad thing. In fact, I love big statues. I'm really happy it's that way. But, wow, I just love these. You get this extra, I mean, like Gladiator Hulk with the helmet, and I'll just put that one right here in the front for you to see. And then we get another Hulk portrait here with a similar one to the one we have with the regular, but only with this like angry, like grim look on his face, like screaming out, and but it looks pretty awesome too. And you have even the bases of these proximity pieces. They're beautiful. They're like made according to the same throne here with this rock-like look. They even have these. You have these kind of rebar pieces looking out. Beautiful look, and they will definitely look really nice next to the other guys. So, I mean, this just the size of these portraits is insane, and just looks so beautiful. And I mean, they could have sold these things just separately as a display thing, but wow. So, I mean, I've had a look at this thing, like, so I'll just take a few seconds or moments to look at this piece, and I just can't get enough of it, and I'll get back to you for the review then. Okay, welcome back, guys, for the review. I mean, just before we get started, I just want to say, I think I made a mistake before. Like, just wanted to say, just a second. When the assembly, I said, there's this axe, I put that on the inside and the spear on the outside. It's actually the other way around. You have to put this smaller axe on the outside and the spear on the inside. That's just one thing, and that's I just made that mistake before, but that's not a big deal. So you might have well like figured that out by yourself. So okay, so we're back here for the review, and guys, I mean, I don't have to tell you guys, this thing is, I'm just so excited, and whew, where to start? This beautiful, awesome, phenomenal, gorgeous statue is just insane. I mean, it's definitely an eye catcher for anyone coming, whether they know who it is or what it is. If anyone comes into your house and sees the statue, definitely all eyes on him. Like, all eyes on this guy, and definitely they will be asking, what the hell is this? And wow, just, I mean, the size of this thing is just amazing. Not only the size, but all the details. I mean, let's start with the concept, guys. I mean, the concept is simple. I mean, you got the Gladiator Hulk on throne. I mean, it's just insane. I mean, you got him sitting on this rock throne with all his weapons just like stuck into the ground and all over. Like, you got the axe. You have a lot of axes. You have 1, 2, 3, 4. You got 4 axes like around the whole base, and you got 1 spear, and you got this sword included in the base, and you got the shield and this one. It's called a mallet or a base or a mace, like whatever, and you got like another spear there. You got 2 spears. Wow, amazing, guys. And you always said like concept. I mean, there's no question about it. It's 10 out of 10 for me. And just one thing I realized here is like just this Hulk here. You got it looks more realistic than other like Gladiator Hulks, like from XM Studios, for example. There, I think that's due to the paint job. It's more realistic on this one. The other ones have this more, how should I say, like unrealistic, like candy-like green. Here you have a darker green, and the paint job, everything. Like, I'll come back to the paint job, and it just looks more realistic. Everything, the damages and the sculpting and all of the small details on the statue, they look, as I said, more realistic and more, I should say, like more human, like. And they gave, as I said, like on the Queen Studios, this is my first Queen Studios piece, I have to say, and they definitely don't disappoint. And even like the sculpt of, especially the grip, the handle, like of this axe here, the wood on this wood, I mean on this grip here, looks like real wood. All the sculpt and the way it's sculpted, all the damages, the scratches, it looks like they used real wood on here. And you can see like all the different details, like the scratches or where the wood starts to split up, and the way it grows just looks so realistic. And on the different changes in color, got this lighter shades of brown, darker, medium, darker, and as you go up here where it totally broke off, and got this metal wire thing going around it. Amazing, just really breathtaking. And as I said, this is to start with the base. Like the base is just plainly rock, and the paint job on the rock is amazing. It really looks like real rock. Some companies struggle with stone to make it look like stone. I mean, I'm a huge XM fan, but I have to say XM does struggle to do that sometimes, to make the rock look like stone. They sometimes has this like shiny finish to it, but somehow Queen Studios managed to make the rock look like real rock, and it looks like real stone, and the sculpting looks like he's sitting on a real mountain, or you know, this, like you have this gravel throne, and you have on the back, or it's like some kind of building that's just like damaged because you have this rebar parts here on the back, and maybe just like built himself a throne out of maybe this concrete walls and whatever, and it's just insane. And the pieces on the rebar, amazing. And you got his whole armor here, looks like real metal. The sculpt, all the detailed finishes. I'll give you some details on that. I mean, some pictures on that, close-ups, and all these small spikes here, they're all different. They all have different shape. I mean, they're not all identical, and the damages are different, and the paint job is just different. They're all individual, and they all look different. It's just insane, guys. And you got this leather armor, and even that looks like real leather. You got this, you can see like where sometimes leather, when it gets old, how it changes its color. You have all that included on his sandals, like on his armor here. It's just done amazingly. And just what else to say? I mean, you got that shield here, and it looks like a real shield. It feels like that. Even on the inside here, where it's like kind of broken off, you can see like this color changes and the weathering. Like some parts it has this blue tone when looks like rust. It's just amazing, guys. And here you have this mace, like you can see like this purple kind of blood. I believe it's not supposed to be like human blood. It's not red. It has this purple touch to it. I believe it's like from, you have this, I mean, since it's not on Earth, kind of makes sense, because you see Gladiator Hulk always with this kind of tentacle monster, and that thing always has this purple blood, so I guess it's a hint to that. And it looks like it's already, the blood is already dry. I mean, it's been there for a while, and it's also splattered like onto the base. Just insane. And the texture here of, I mean, this, I don't know if it's a piece of cloth or it's a blanket, whatever, and it's the paint job on that, the skull, amazing. All this texturing done, breathtaking. I mean, I don't know what to say. I can't really see any issues with that. For me, that's also 10 out of 10. And let's get higher up. See the portrait on this statue. I mean, the portraits on this statue are the thing that do it for me. And I mean, the details, like the skin texturing on this statue is insane. The eyes, you can see the different, like you have this white, you can see the pink parts of the eyes where the veins come out, and the iris and the eyebrows, all these things, the way they're sculpted and painted, the teeth, like especially on, just a second, especially on like the one where you can see his teeth, that, I mean, that portrait, I mean, the teeth, you can see like they're not clean, like he hasn't brushed his teeth probably for a while, and they're dirty, they're yellow, you can see the gum, and just beautiful. And I mean, so much details. The paint, as I said, like this dark, almost like olive green kind of color is what makes it for me. Like you get this kind of real, like this very realistic feel of a Hulk when you see it, and it's just, it's not this kind of candy green you see, as I said before, you see on like some other Hulk statues. Like I said, like Queen Studios really managed to get this realistic feel of a Hulk in this statue. This is a very nice concept, and I mean, paint job, as I said, is 10 out of 10. I mean, the way they did the wood and on this statue is amazing. It really looks like real wood, and the metal looks like real metal. Amazing. It's just, and I mean, the helmet here on his head is just insane. Like I love all the spikes, and maybe only this mohawk, like it's not like totally red, it has more like a purple violet kind of color, a little bit different sometimes, or mostly you see it in a kind of red kind of color, but here they decided to take a more kind of dark purple or violet kind of color, but it still looks amazing. That's what I'm saying, like you don't have these flashy colors on this statue, they're all more darker, but so that's kind of what I think that makes them look more realistic, and very well done by Queen Studios. And any issues with the statue? I love the way why did I say that? I mean, Queen Studios managed to hide the seam lines here. Like these necklaces, they're actually sculpted necklaces. You can't kind of actually just change the shape of them. They have a certain shape and they stay there, and they really nicely hide the seam lines on where where the Hulk portraits go in, and unless you actually look for the seam lines, you're definitely not going to see them. And they were hidden very nicely by these necklaces. And I mean, look at the Hulk himself, like the way the whole body is done, like the abs and the muscles. I think the muscles are not overdone too, as you might see sometimes on some other statues. All the different, like the abs and all the muscles on his legs. Sometimes you just see like the arms. Sometimes the muscles are just overdone. You see muscles that sometimes maybe don't even exist. But that's not the case on this statue. Everything still looks very realistic and beautifully done. And you can see all the small veins on the inside on his legs. Just astonishing. Maybe if I really had like anything to complain about, maybe on his body they could have added maybe a little bit more of shading, especially like on like in between the muscles, like the abs on the sides. Maybe there could have been a little bit more shading there, or maybe like his nipples or whatever. But I mean, that's just like nitpicking. It's just not necessary, or yeah, I mean, insane. So I mean, generally speaking, I mean, the assembly was, I must say, it was fairly easy. It wasn't too bad actually. I mean, the only issue with this statue really is getting the main base out of the box. Once you have that out, it's pretty easy, the rest. And especially it's going to be even easier when you guys, anyone is looking for help, check out this video. It's definitely going to help you out. And the only difficult part was maybe this mace here on the back. I mean, finding the right position. So maybe another thing to help you, like one of the bloody parts, one of the bloody spikes has to go on the outside, because it kind of looks like it's like there's blood on the side on the base, so it looks like it's the blood just like splatter on top, and so that will help you out. So the bloody spike here has to be on the outside, like that's where it goes into the space here. That's maybe one hint for you guys to take with you. And just amazing. And yeah, I mean, as I said, this is a huge statue, and let's just do the exact measurements on this statue. Where did I just hide my meter? Okay, let's start with the height. The height of this statue is, it's 67.5, 68 centimeters in height. It's not too bad. And let's talk about the width. I mean, that's where it's gonna be pretty tough. Okay, and it's a little difficult to figure out like how to measure that. Maybe it's easier to measure from the back, because the widest parts are actually on the back of the statue. And I believe the widest is like here at the left side. I mean, the outer parts of the base all the way to the other edge, and that's gonna be 70 centimeters. And depth-wise, I don't think it's too bad. In fact, it's more gonna be like 49 to 50 centimeters in depth. So, I mean, this statue definitely has a lot of presence. The base and all these things around, they really tell a story. I mean, you can see like Hulk has been fighting for so long, and in these battles he has this whole collection of weapons, partially damaged, some not, some more, some less. Amazing, guys. And again, like, I love that Queen Studios added this certificate. As I said again, I mean, other companies, XM, Sideshow, anyone, Prime One, if you're looking, you might want to take a hint and add these kind of things to your statues too. So I just want to say, like, I got the statue actually from this store here called Deriv Store. This might be interesting, especially for people living in Europe. if you're planning to get this statue, guys, I'll leave a link to their store. Thanks to Florian from Deriv Store. I'm really happy with this statue. I love it. It's certainly one of the best in my collection at the moment. I'm not disappointed. And beautiful, phenomenal statue. And what else is there to say? I mean, out of 10, I think this is a very close to perfect statue, and for me this is, honestly, this is just 10 out of 10. There's no question about it. I'm not disappointed. I'm more than happy. And so I hope you guys also enjoyed this video. I hope it was helpful for you. If you guys are possibly planning to still get this this statue, guys, don't wait. Order it immediately, and if you get the chance, don't wait. You're not gonna regret it. And I think I paid like 2,000 euros, and I think for 2,000 euros the price is more than justified. This huge piece, I think for such a big statue nowadays, I think 2,000 euros is not much. I think it's perfectly fine, and you definitely get something for your money too. And I think this is also one of those statues you will never be giving back again once it's in your collection. So all I can say now is God bless you, God bless our statues, and have a nice day.
ያቺ ገራገር ሰው ያቺ ገራገር ባለች እንገናኝ እንዘያየር ባለች እንገናኝ እንዘያየር ዓለም ዘመናይ ዓለም ዘመናይ ዓለም ዘመናይ ዓለም ዘመናይ ዓለም ዘመናይ ያደች ባይኔ ላይ ባንቻሮ በባት በየገበያው ባንቻሮ በባት በየገበያው ፍቅር ይሸመታል እንደ ማሽላው ከመርሰው ብርቱካን ከወልደየ ሎሚ ከመርሰው ብርቱካን ከወልደየ ሎሚ መልካም ጠረኗ ነው የሆነ ተስማሚ ልክ እንደምን እኔ የሀገር ጉዳይ ልክ እንደምን እኔ የሀገር ጉዳይ ፍቅሯን ልደራደ በውጫሌ ላይ ዓለም ዘመናይ ዓለም ዘመናይ ዓለም ዘመናይ ዓለም ዘመናይ ዓለም ዘመናይ ያደች ባይኔ ላይ
البين